are a lot of legs there. Oh, it's alive! Oh, Butch, right here in front of you. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing long sleeves. You're getting chubby. I haven't been watching the cattle today because I wasn't expecting calves this soon. Good afternoon. I have got a doe that is gonna kid. She's been taking longer than I would expect. So I'm gonna go in, move her, and check her and see what's going on. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Let me. What am I feeling here? There are a lot of legs there. Okay, hold on, Butch. I got it. Hold on, honey. I'm gonna help you. Oh, sweetie, this one's head isn't coming along. All right, hold on. Okay, push. I'll hold its head, you push. Good girl, good girl. Teamwork. Keep pushing. Okay, good job. Good girl, Bush. Oh, it's alive. Oh, Butch, right here in front of you. Oh my goodness. That was a mess. Two of them were coming at the same time and they were both still in their sacks and nobody would move into first place. Oh. And so I broke a sack and was able to get this one's legs and pull it forward and then its head flapped back. So I had to push it back in, retrieve its head, and luckily as soon as I got her forward, Bush pushed for me. A lot of times once you find them and they've been pushing for a while, they're like too exhausted to push them out the rest of the way, and that head keeps flopping back and you got to use a head snare to get it out. But luckily she had never really got to the point to push because the kids weren't far enough for her to like feel that urge. So are you gonna have another one by yourself or do you want me to help? I feel like I should probably check because it seemed a little tangled. And she might be having triplets, so. Okay, Mama. Let me just check. Oh boy, there's lots of feet there. Okay, hold on. Can you lay down? Okay. Bush, can you lay down? Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. There are a lot of frickin' feet right there. I don't think it belongs to this kid. Okay, hold on. Shit. Too many legs. All right. left-handed. I need you to turn the other way. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. All right, there we go. Good job. Okay. Good girl. Those are definitely back legs. Okay, Butch, hold on. Oh, goodness. Okay. These are good-sized kids, Bush. That should be it. Let me just check. No, you little buddy. All right. There you go. Okay. Boy, that's. There you go. Little girl. Little girl. I think this one was a girl too. Little girl. My goodness. Three beautiful ladies. Oh, Mom's over here. You gotta come over here. Yeah. Well, I'm good. I'm glad I checked. That could have been a mess. Good job, Mom. You got a lot of licking to do. So that second and third one, when I reached in, I felt at least 3 or 4 legs and no head immediately right there. What becomes the problem is, you know, you've got your arm in there, and as soon as you stick your arm in, they have the urge to push, because when there's pressure towards the exit, they want to push. And you have to find the one that's closer to the exit and push the other one back, but you only have one hand to do that. So you're trying to push the other one back and bring the other one forward, and it becomes kind of a juggling thing. But this actually was not bad. I have had ones that have taken me over a half hour to untangle and get out in that situation. This actually wasn't long, I think 2 or 3 minutes maybe to get those untangled and back out. So, and part of the problem was she was just pushing so hard. She was pushing everything out, and then they just get all jammed up. So these kids seem pretty vigorous, and she's doing a great job licking them off. I'm gonna kind of start chores here and give her like a half hour, and if they aren't up and nursing, I'll help them a little bit, but they all seem pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and dip their navels quick. I've talked about it before. I use a strong iodine solution. I actually use an enema bottle because I like the control when I squirt it out. And then I usually put them just between my legs, and then I cup it. I get it all down and let it drizzle down and cup it in there. It's an antiseptic, and it allows that cord to dry up quicker. As soon as it dries up, it's not a wick for bacteria. Bacteria gets up into their navel. It can cause joint ill, and that can kind of sneakily sit for a while and show up a couple weeks later, and it can cause real problems and even death. Oh, really? Okay. are brown. I thought you were black. You're very dark brown. You're awful floppy. Good morning. I think this doe here will probably kid today. She was kind of standing in the corner all morning. Kind of like, I don't know, just milling around, and that's not her normal corner. Because this is kind of a small group, there's only 14 does in here. Like, they all kind of have a routine and they have normal behaviors, and then when they kind of step outside those behaviors, like, she doesn't ever lay in this corner. She always lays kind of right there in the middle next to Poppy. And she lays with Poppy and Peanut because those are her sisters. So the fact that she was kind of secluding herself tells me she's getting ready. She does look like she's dropped a bit. She's not bagged up as much as I would expect. I showed Beaujolais last night. Kidding. I know it's a bizarre name. Beaujolais is a type of wine. I name my goats every year. I pick like a theme, and I only name the ones that I'm keeping as breeding stock. And that was the year of the wine. So I have a Bordeaux and a Riesling and a Beaujolais. I had a buck named Cabernet. So I typically just name the ones I'm keeping and call her good. But Bush here, Bush wins Mother of the Season. Yes, you do. She had 3 little girls. So this little dapple-headed, black-headed traditional, a black solid, and then this one here, a really, really dark-headed brown traditional. And she had these kids up and nursing, and her bag was like soft and empty within a half hour. All those kids and her, total rock star. She's one of my favorite does. If you remember this last winter, right around Christmas time, I think it was, I lost her mom. Her mom was Ray, who was one of our first like 5 foundation does. So she has kind of a special place in my heart, and she was bred by a buck who his grandma was one of our first 2 foundation does, and this little one reminds me so much of her. We'll see if she ends up looking like her when she gets older. So even more exciting, as you can tell, I'm wearing long sleeves. The last couple weeks have been so humid and so oppressive, and I'm so over it. And yesterday morning, it was still really hot and humid, and we had a storm roll in, and it ended up raining from like 8:39 in the morning till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think we've had an actual good day of rain since May. As soon as that rolled in, I bet it cooled off 30 degrees. I think it only got up to 65 yesterday. So it's just wonderful. The cattle out there, I don't think they use their legs all day. They like didn't even get up to graze. They just laid in the grass. They were so happy to just lay there and relax. So when it's hot out, the cattle bunch together and they stand in shaded areas, but they smush together real tight, and then they keep going back to, like, you know, where the water is, and they always bunch in these same areas day after day after day. And even though I'm moving their pasture forward, they go to graze and then they go back to the same corner. They pooped there the day before, so there's more flies there. So then there's more flies on them when they go back to it. And they just stand there and pant and bunch together and make themselves hotter. And they never lay down and rest and ruminate. And it just, when you have so many days in a row of that, it is incredibly stressful on them. And these girls only have 2 weeks left until they calve. So having that full month of stress before they calve just really isn't ideal, obviously. So they're finally up grazing. They got up like yesterday afternoon once the rain stopped and started grazing a little more, but they are living it up out there. They're eating more, which means I need to move them more because they eat less when they're stressed out like that from the heat. So this is like perfect weather for the cows. It's supposed to be in the 50s overnight the next couple nights, and it's only supposed to be like 65, 70 during the day, like for daytime highs. We're gonna be really like overcast. The smoke from the Canadian wildfires is unbelievable. Usually when we kind of get that smoke come down, you have to look pretty far out to kind of see it. You know, you can see a haze in the distance, but like I'm seeing haze, you know, just right up here in those trees. That's all smoke. If it's that bad here, I cannot imagine how awful it is for those poor people who are living much closer to this and in this situation. Like it must be horrible for the people, the livestock, the wildlife. I just can't imagine it. So my heart goes out to them because it actually smells like it. The smoke is oppressive here. I can't imagine if you're closer what it must be like. I don't have a lot planned for today. The goats that are in the cattle barn right now are out of forage in the area that I have them. I need to sort out for breeding groups on Monday, so in 4 days. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm just going to stock them on that middle pasture. The cattle will be going in there next in probably about a week. If I put them out there and give them the whole pasture, they're just gonna kind of take the tops off of the things they like. And I'll be able to run the cattle through there, and you probably won't even be able to tell the goats have been there. And the goats like a lot of that stocky stuff, and some of those species that the cattle don't like, so they'll clear some of that out without doing too much damage to the pasture, and then the cattle can go through and eat the more grassy stuff. So I think I'm gonna get them in there today. And I'm so happy to see the heat activity that I've seen in that group in the last couple days is unbelievable. And now that the nights are getting cooler, and the days are starting to get a little like noticeably shorter, I'm going to see a lot more. So that's really good because I know I have breeding groups coming up, so it means I'm going to see some good action in there right away. I try not to have any big jobs planned during kidding. I try to get all caught up with any management jobs I have, any big things, just so that I'm available, so I can kind of drop what I'm doing if I need to assist somebody, anything like that. It's just nice to know that I don't have to be doing anything. I work on little projects as needed. I use it to take the opportunity to park my butt in a chair and get caught up on paperwork and all sorts of stuff and video editing and stuff that I ignore because I feel like working when you're sitting doesn't feel like working to me, and that's something I need to work on in myself. I have this thing like in my head that sitting is lazy, and it's not, because this stuff needs to be done, but it's hard for me to force myself to do it because I feel like I should be out like moving and doing. So I take kidding as an opportunity to catch up. Well, I so rarely get one that gets stuck, but there's gotta be one in every group. I'll help you.
What are you doing? You're getting chubby.
Well, unfortunately, I just went in to prep supper and I saw out my kitchen window one of my cows laying alone, which is weird. And then I saw her laying flat out on her side. And then she got up and she's holding her tail weird. So I'm pretty sure she's calving, and that's 17 days early. So I don't know if that's viable or not, honestly. What are you doing, sweetie? She's definitely calving. I don't see feet hanging out or anything, so I'll give her a little time. I mean, if she's early, it's probably small, so she should be able to push it out. The only thing is if it's dead, sometimes those calvings don't go well just because they don't have any muscle tone, and then their head flops back, and so we'll give her a little bit of time. If we have to get her into a headlock, we'll do that. Oh wait, it's my heifer. At first I thought it was Kathy, but it's not. Well, actually, she's a lowline, and she was bred to a really high calving ease bull. So maybe she just is having that much of a shorter gestation. We'll see. This whole last week has been so stressful on them. It's just been so hot. So that one that's gonna calve, and then the one sniffing her, they both are bred to the same bull, and it's a pretty small frame bull with a high calving ease. We'll see how it goes. She's real leery of me. She's normally pretty friendly, but I think she's confused. All right, I got my battery swapped, ran in, finished up what I was in the middle of for supper. I got a few supplies, so I'll head up there and check on her. I have no idea how long she's been working at it. Right now she's got really a lot of mucus, but I don't see a water bag at all, and there's no feet there. We'll just go check on her, keep an eye on her, so I can kind of see where she's at. I haven't been watching the cattle today because I wasn't expecting calves this soon. All right, well, I saw her give a few pushes while she was laying down. Now she got back up. I can't see if there's feet or anything yet. I'm kind of hoping she'll just turn around. I don't want to go in there because she's definitely more wild-eyed than she normally is. So I think she's stressed, just kind of stressed out. First time moms, heifers, they don't know what's going on. So I prefer to just leave her alone. But I'd like to see if she's got feet hanging out, because then I can see whether or not she's making progress when I check on her. Well, she did turn enough for me to see that she doesn't have feet sticking out yet. But you can tell her vulva's kind of pushing out, like they must be right there. This cow here is stressed out. Her ears are pinned back. She's like, why are you calving next to me? So we'll give her a little more time. I'll come back, check on her in like 15 minutes, see how she's doing. I'm just gonna lock the goats out in case we would need to get her in the cattle barn. Then I don't have to chase them out and move gates around or anything like that. I do think you guys are gonna miss this because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get close enough to her to film anything that you can see. I just don't want to disturb her. Well, when she was pushing, I saw the calf jerk its leg a little, so I know it's alive. given that she's this early, I don't know how viable it'll be. It's on the edge of viability probably, because she is part lowline and she was bred to a really good Cavernese bull. I'm just thinking positive thoughts. She is giving some better pushes now that I've walked away, but she'll give a couple good pushes and then not do anything for a couple minutes. So when like all the progress she makes, then the calf like is sliding back. Okay, you guys, these cows are picking on her. I might go in there and try to push them away. So she moved over there. It's been almost an hour and she finally is giving some good pushes. I've been waiting to see if I could see a nose so I know if it's malpositioned or not, but I finally, for the first time, just saw a nose. So I know its head is forward, which makes me feel much better, so I know I can give her a little more time to work on it. My husband was in a meeting and I just called him to leave it and come home, because I'm like, he's got a 20-minute drive, and I had not seen a nose yet, but hopefully she has it before he gets home. If she doesn't, I think we'll get her up and assist her, because she's getting to the verge of it taking too long. Now, heifers take a little longer, but she's getting to the point where I'd really like to see this calf come out pretty quick here. She actually, in the last just like 2-3 minutes here, is finally giving some decent pushes, because she had not been. I'm gonna go chase those cows away from her. They're being obnoxious. You guys, go away. Looks like she's gonna let me help. Get up, Mama. Good girl. Alright, that wasn't too bad, but she definitely needed a little bit of help. So he wasn't breathing right away. It sounds like he's got a little bit of fluid in his lungs. So I put him in, it's called a sternal recumbency position. You get them up on their chest, you pull those back legs forward, kind of widens out the rib cage so it makes it a little easier for them to breathe. He's small. He, she, I didn't look. Get off. So, alright, I'll leave her alone. I'll call my husband back and see if he wants to go back to his meeting. I got it. So if you need to go back, you can. No, it's alive.
I knew it was alive before she had it because I saw it moving, but it's small. Okay. All right. Bye. The buddy only weighs 55, 60 pounds. All right. I'm gonna leave her alone. I'll come back a little later to dip his navel and just make sure he's up in nursing. So I'll give him a good half hour. I'll have to come back in the dark, unfortunately. Kathy keeps trying to knock my camera over here. Stop it. Get your head off. Yeah. Yeah, leave him alone. You're obnoxious. Nobody wants to, like, be giving birth while you sniff their vulva.